Welcome, everybody. It's Saturday evening, 6 p.m. My favourite time, SweeneyTV time. Sean Swiss Sweeney, Sweeney HQ, SweeneyTV. We've got another great barber coming on today by the name of the Con Hair Barber, but we'll just call him Lee. So I'm just going to sort of bring him in right now. And Lee, the Con Hair Barber, how are you, brother? And nice to meet you.
Hello, mate. Can you see me, mate? I'm all right, yeah?
Well, yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm all right, mate. I've been a busy day. Just have time to just do this with you, mate. How are you?
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, again, so we'll get into your introduction. When did you start barbering? How did you start barbering? And why did you get into it? Sort of three questions in one, really.
All right, and so I'm a bit different. I started in H&P Stafford, 2009. I ended up in there because I was on hard drugs, crack and heroin for 14 years. I ended up myself in prison. I ended up doing quite a bit of time, and then there was a course in there on a city and guilds, and I just fancied being. I've always been unique, always tried to be different anyway, like creative in my mind. So I thought I'll try it, and then the first day I got there, like it was really relaxed. It wasn't like a course. It was more, come on lads, just relax. And it was the first time they'd done it in that prison, so it was a brand new thing for the prison, for the actual person bringing it, like doing it. It made it feel real nice. And then, like, I loved it, man. I can't keep off it, man. I'm just hooked. I'm hooked on it. And then I got out 2011. Had some help with my probation officer, Eastbro, which is the employment support allowance with them. Took about 12 months. Got my first job in Sheldon Barbers in Birmingham. Walked in there, told him the truth, told him that I'd not long out of prison, I need a bit of help with different things. He was really good with his scissor work. He's seen our potential. And started with him, worked with him for about 2 years. And then I went to a bigger company, which is the biggest in Birmingham, which is King's Barbers. And they had 17 shops at the time. They are the biggest in West Midlands, I think. One owner. And there was all types there. There were from people threading, from it was just coming out to hard part and lines. There was skin fades were like newish. There was Turkish barbers down to Iranian, down to English. Like, there were all different types of barbers, man. So it was a good place to learn. I was there for around about 4.5 years, 5 years. And then I met a friend who I hadn't seen for a long time, and he's got a barber shop. So as it happens, I started working with him. Got really busy. I was there for about 3 years. And then Mrs. fell pregnant. She wanted to move back to Northampton, where she's from, and that's where I am now. And then since I've been here, I've been 4.5 years at a place called Barber Joe's, small family shop, nice, relaxed, bit of everything from skin fades to old people to younger to boys to all types, learning all types. Again, learning. And then after this lockdown, I thought I want to be self-employed. And since then, I've gone mobile. And then in between then and now, 5 weeks ago, I set up a new service for just around Northampton, where if they have holiday cover, they need someone's off, or they need just help for a few weeks, they can book me up for about a month. And I'm non-stop. Did my first 3 weeks in Fade Lab, which is in Rushden. I'm due to go to another one in Toaster. I can't really say where now until I go there. And I've got so many inquiries about it for covering for in October to November next year. It's really boomed off for me over here, mate. I'm happy. Like, it's a good change coming over here to Northampton. They hadn't seen a Birmingham styles, really. You know what I mean? Yeah, like the city life, the more bit laid more back. The skin fades are not really out there here. They are now, but they weren't then. And with all the new suicide lines and all these cat scratches and all the new modern stuff that they've got names for now, which all the kids are in school and they're having names for it. So yeah, it's like there's a few like London lads here. There's a few like out of towners, so people are like bringing it into smaller areas. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I like it.
Brill. So how old were you when you actually started barbering?
So you're looking at what, 11 years ago, so 40, 32, 33. Yeah, that's when I started getting into it.
And did you
bit late.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, no, a lot of people are getting into it late now, brother. You know, there's a few people I've interviewed.
Yeah, it's a career you can change anytime. It isn't. I don't think there is a time limit on this sort of career, like in this industry. There isn't. Is like, you know, like, there's all different types of people, from people like myself, a little bit of a misfit, but I fit in. Then there's people like, you know, like people with mental health issues who use this, and then there's people old, there's people young, there's women, there's men, there's transgender people, everyone's in it, you know what I mean? Yeah, because it's a trade that accepts a lot of people, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Like, again, sort of going on to my next question. Obviously, your name, you know, you've got your own little brand going now, which I've noticed on your Instagram, and
yeah,
obviously you've got your motto, which is "Prisoner to the Clipper," which I absolutely love.
Prisoner to the Clipper.
I've seen your stickers. So obviously the concept came from, obviously, you know, being over the wall, but you know, how have you sort of developed your brand and your logo and your shape? How did you?
I was first called Guys Cuts. I just went traditional, normal, like, didn't know really much about the actual branding of myself and things like that. And then I got in touch with a barbershop in Birmingham. I put a thing on Instagram. Does anyone know anyone? Folsom Barbers, Matthew. He reached out and said he could do me a logo. What do I want? I looked on Instagram, I looked on Facebook, I looked on all social medias, and I come from Conair. And the reason of being Conair, the actual reason, when I first went into HMP Stafford in 2009 on the course, we had to do the room up because it was a brand new room with brand new mirrors, brand new walls. It was all white, it was clean. And they asked us what we wanted. And there was about 8 of us on the course, and I just come off with Conair because it just fitted, and they all loved it. And then in my head all the time, I've always thought, it's a good name. It rings off the tongue. You know, it's easy to say. You know, no one else has really done it. I think there's a couple now, Conaires and a Conair. You know what I mean? Yeah, but not Conair. You know what I mean? Yeah. And yeah, I just thought, like, it represents who I am, where I'm coming from. I'm an ex-con with the X in the middle and on my logo, and then the con, and then the hair. It's all me. It's what I am.
Sounds good to me, brother. Sounds good. I like it. And I'm sort of like, you'd be looking for your Instagram. Obviously, you know, I said to you, I spoke to you on the phone the other day, your fade game's on 10. And but cutting style. So, like, obviously you do quite a wide range of styles. Just before we get into that, do you cut long hair as well?
Yeah, I do. I want to do like I got to do some courses on it. I know, like, I got to up my game with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like, if you think you're on top of your game, you know, like, you need to look yourself, because you can always learn this game. But I do longer hair. Never really done razor cuts and the feather tapering with the razorings and things like that. I'm gonna look at some courses, like, after, when everything goes back to normal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, but I've got a couple of longers on there, but most of my people who because of the mobile part now, they're weeklies in 2 weeks, so they're their income. They're my, you know, like, my bread and butter and my fade. So I'm good at it. I know I am. I learned on hard clientele. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I know that I had to up my game when I did it. I've learned since. I keep looking at the bottom of my Instagram page, which was only started last year, really. And I can see the progress in myself by watching others, watching barbers from all types, man. I've watched, like, from the small ones who've got, like, small followers to the big boys. You know what I mean? Yeah. And take little bits from everyone, and I just try and tweak it, like, you know, just different things. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's sort of a few new ones coming out at the minute. You know, I've seen one today where the fringe was like a vampire, but it really sat really nice. You know what I mean? Yeah, like a split in the middle, and like just little things. You know what I mean? Yeah. And there's a new little kick in the hair, and just the little things. I think, can I use that? You know what I mean? Yeah, and yeah, I do. Like, but my A game is fading. Simple as that. I'm all right at fade. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do fade. I don't just blend and then cut. You know what I mean? Yeah, I actually blend the whole head. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, but scissor work, yeah, product work I want to get onto more as well. How I can, what hair types, what things are best for the hair types, and then blow drying, like, and there's a few things I've got to do myself, but yeah, like that's a progress in it. Yeah, and as I say, I'm new to this game, like in the sense of really upped my game from last year. Like before then, I was just working and working and working. Now I want to do something with it. You know what I mean? And, like, this is where I want to boost myself into it.
Good, man. Good. Well, you know, I'm always here to help, brother. Like I said before, and
Yeah, I know you are, mate. Thank you.
no problem. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's why I get you on the show to have a little chat about this type of stuff. But obviously, you know, when you started off, obviously you started off in prison. What was prison life like? As in just sort of everyday things, and then sort of doing.
If you haven't been, it's hard to explain because you need to live it. If anyone, whoever watches this and has seen a thing called Time, it's just been out on ITV. It's quite close. That's quite close to it. Like it's noise all day. There's no time out. You don't really get time to think. The time that I used to think was when I was cutting hair. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's when it was time out, focus. No one would really bother me because I could see I was focused. And the lads who I was doing were either into gangs and blah, blah, blah. And they wouldn't want to talk to them because they know they get their head smashed in. So it was quite quiet in the section of the area where I was. Prison life is quite hectic, mate. I got myself in a bit of trouble, got into the politics of it, all that. I'm banned from 6 prisons, just from stupidity, mobile phones and all the normal stuff. But yeah, prison life itself, it's boring. You need to focus, do something and keep your mind occupied. And until, well, I was going in and out of prison. I'd done 22 sentences. I was on a revolving door, in, out, in, out, in, out, done barbering, creative mind kicked. Then I've never been back. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's about finding that place, finding that something, and then going with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I found it in there. That's what I did. And then I started doing staff as well as inmates. Like, you know, staff started having their haircut. I would charge them half ounce of tobacco. You know, they bring it in, sly. They get shouted off halfway through haircuts because the officer told them they couldn't have it cut. And you come back later and have it finished. You know what I mean? Yeah, like even though they knew that they couldn't have it done, they still want me to do the hair. And I had a lot of people go on visits, come back and say, my girlfriend says I have a better haircut here than I do outside. And like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, and and everyone says to me, always said to me, Lee, you suit a barber. You really would, you know what I mean? Yeah, you look that type, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, you could drive a hairdresser's car, which I do, a little Duke, you know what I mean? Yeah, I drive a hairdresser's car. So yeah, I fit in right, you know what I mean? Yeah, but as I say, this industry, it takes a lot of misfits all over. Every industry does, but this one, particularly for me, I found so comfortable to just sit, relaxing and get in, and no one judges me, you know what I mean? Yeah, hopefully. I've had the one or two over the years, but then they've come back and said, I do apologise. I read back. I had one bloke on through British Master Barbers put a post up, been in prison, learnt he's in prison. He went to town on me, but then he got back to me about 4 months later, out of the blue, nowhere, and just said, mate, I apologise, going through some stuff myself. I needed to reflect back on it, and this is one of the things I reflected back. Go for it, you know what I mean? Yeah, and he was all up for it then, you know what I mean? Yeah, so there's a lot of positive out there, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I've been in the Barber magazine as an inspiration on a story, the September last year. So yeah, like people, they like the story as well as the cutting and the who I am, and I'm just me. You know, I ain't false, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just who I am, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, I love this industry. I love it, mate.
Brilliant. I'm sure it's so nice to hear like how barbering sort of got you out of a sticky mess, really. But obviously for the viewers who are watching, were you limited to the tools you could use inside, or could you use?
Yeah, everything was on tally tag. So if you had a scissor from a cabinet, you would get a tag, and then like the tag would go to your name. It's actually all that's be counted for to go back. We had like the basic of clippers. They were what were they then? They were corded.
Well,
just normal super taper. There you go. That's how long they haven't even used them. More super tapers, white ones with the little yellow and black line down them. Yeah,
I'm not even sure if Well still make them.
That's what I mean. Like, 2009. That's you're talking 12 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. So yeah, like probably have gone. Like, I haven't used corded for at least 8 years. You know what I mean? Yeah, I was on before corded. My last corded one was Stinger. I had the stinger and all the heads on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love that clipper as well. It broke on me. But anyway, yeah. In the gel, you could use like nothing was really zero gaps, so it weren't close fades. It was more just a fade, a shadow fade, what 10 o'clock shadow fade. And the tools, you know, like hairdryer, no clips, no curlers, nothing. All you had was a clipper, a one scissor, no thinners, and a comb, and that was it. There was not even waxes or products because they couldn't bring him in. I don't think, you know what I mean. Yeah, couldn't change colours of people's hair because you couldn't change the person's, like, the way their appearance. Beard had to be. This is the mad thing. In jail, if you wanted your beard trimmed, you had to ask to be allowed to have it trimmed off. At that time, you had to be asked because of changing your appearance. That's how it was, quite strict. You know what I mean? Yeah. I did the MVQ, you know, Sitting Girls too, and then at the end of that, the bloke who run it, which is a bloke called Anthony, he was from Tony and Guys. He said to me, "Would I stay on and be his apprentice, like little helper buddy, and it's a job, and I get paid for it? And would I be happy to do an MVQ Sitting Girls again? Sorry, level 3, which is everything apart from colour." So that's what I end up doing. I end up doing like Sitting Girls 2 and 3. So I couldn't finish off the modules because I couldn't finish off the Sitting Girls 3 because of the modules. I couldn't finish off colour. So if I went back and did it, it would be completed. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just asking for the paid work to go back with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, but colour at the minute, it's starting to boom off. It is starting to kick off at the minute for male barbering. You know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of people are putting colours in their hair, especially from lockdown. People changed their appearance because they were bored and they wanted to feel fresher for the week, for the month, you know what I mean? Yeah, wherever it was. So yeah, a lot of people start going whites, greys, and things like that. So yeah, colour's going to be something I'll be looking at this year as well, or next year probably. You know what I mean? Yeah. But barbering in prison, yeah, quite tight.
Is there any sort of advice you'd want to give to somebody who could be ending up in that sticky type of mess?
Say it again, sorry.
Do the barbering course, basically.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, like I've got UK prison barber, UK barbering in prisons on my Instagram. They're only a small company. They're trying to get in there. They're in Ireland. They've got a place in Ireland. I've been speaking to another woman. Let me just get her name because she's got a weird name. And her name is Nunzia, and she's the hub manager for HMP Walnut Scrubs. And she's invited me to go there and do a talk and a demo. So that's something else I'm thinking of looking into, you know what I mean? Yeah. Going back and doing something back in. I've done the haircuts for homeless. I went to Birmingham and just before the lockdown, and when I helped a female there, an older woman, we went there and we non-stop for a good half a day. There was people who were homeless, there was drug addicts, there were all types of people who were in just a bad rut, you know what I mean? Yeah. Really nice people, putting something back. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then the lockdown happened. Everything got locked down. And even with this woman here, like Nunzia, she's asked me to go worm and scrubs. So it will be something in the near future. At the minute, with what's going on, you're looking at it be next year for a lot of things. You know what I mean? Yeah. This year is going to be still a bit tight, even though we're coming out of, you know, no one wants to talk about this COVID thing, but everyone's coming out of it. But it will take time to come out, and then that's when we can all get back into what we love and properly and start educating, because, you know, there's not many courses out there at the minute I want to get on, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've seen a few, but there isn't like the ones I want, the Alan Beek's ones I want to go on, you know what I mean? Yeah, I want to go on. Tony Forrester up in Scotland, he's started to do it, but he's in Italy at the minute, you know what I mean? He's doing like where he can, and then when he gets back, I want to get into some of the texturing and some of the products and how to use them properly and the amounts and blow drying, and I can't wait.
So it's all about polishing the cut off as well, isn't it? But obviously
that's what it is. Yeah, like I want to, I always ask the big fellas. Like I tag them. Like I'm trying to see if they like it. You know what I mean? Yeah, the big lads, and they all follow me back. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially Alan Beak. He doesn't follow me, and he's followed me back, and I was like, I'm stoked from it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, you know, the big fella like that, and he's come from, like, he was window cleaner to where he is now. But so he hasn't started, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I've asked him about what do you think I should do. I'm looking at my page, and he's always said the polishing techniques. That's all you need. Everything else you've got right. Just need some polishing. So that's what I'm looking at. Like as I say.
Mm. I believe that as barbers, we're all born in the same field, and we all take our own different directions of path. Some go over the hill, some go through the woods, some go down the main road.
Everyone's on different level. Same as everyone's at a different level of barbering, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like some people are just like 2 years, but they're looking, you go, it's like going to the gym in and seeing a man with 50 kg and you're pumping 20. You know what I mean? Yeah, you just started, you've got to, it's a progress thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, and you will get there. If you believe in yourself, which I do, I know I've got to believe myself. If I believe myself, then I'll get there. I'll get to where I want to get to. And that's somewhere good, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I've got an autistic child who's 6, sorry, just turned. And I don't think he's going to be getting a big job. Like, like he's never going to, unless he changes again, but the autism is quite severe. So, yeah, I'm going to need something set up for when I'm not around or I can't work, and something for my little boy, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's all about as well, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's not all about getting my own self out and trying to be something for myself. I'm trying to do it for the family, you know what I mean? Yeah, I want it for my family as well. Make sure everyone's looked after.
Brilliant, that's brilliant. Well, again, like, sort of talking about upskilling and so on, obviously, like, going to like events and shows and stuff like that is great. But how do you, obviously, where like work in a shop environment at the moment, but do you sort of follow it Instagram, social media, YouTube, that type of stuff to learn new techniques? Do you use any of them platforms?
Yeah, I only Instagram and Facebook, like 2 platforms I use. I don't really go looking on Google and things like that because there's a billion pages and you can't really get to follow the same person. So the people I follow really are like Sam Rascals, you know what I mean? Yeah, like colour with him, you know what I mean? Yeah, and his creativity, you know what I mean? Yeah. Then you've got another one called, hang on, I've got to get his right name right. Some of these names, 1 second. Cal Newsom, definitely, 100%. Just getting his name. He's Emi Balouge. See, it's Blaough. He's from Hungary. He's in Scotland. Man, the geezer, his creativity is unreal. I swear down, like I've never seen nothing like it. Like, like he can place a hair in every part of the head. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, and make it look so unique and amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah, and just people like him, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and like I like Sean the Barber. He's in Merseyside. Really clean, fades. Again, it's always clean looking. He never looks out of place. Like it's all about the polishing, the detail at the end, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, like with a tape, nice tape and fade, or you know what I mean? Yeah. So these people I follow because I'm like, I think that if I go world, I get a lot of different. I'm in the UK. I want to get my own technique and my own little standard and my own way, and I am. But if I go world, then you start looking at like the big ones and the real big ones, and you can't really get to follow what's going on. With the UK lads, you can talk to them because you're in real time. It's 8 o'clock here, it's 8 o'clock there. It's not. You talk to someone here, and then you have to wait 17 hours for a reply. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is why I follow a lot of the UK lads. You know, and Ireland's got a lot of few coming up at the minute. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wales, it's everywhere, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, but at the minute, I just follow mainly UK. Still, they go out and they do a lot of touring around in the world, but they're UK based. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the UK style as well. You know, like we've got like crops at the minute. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of people, the cropping game, getting into the crops. And side parts are starting to go and things, you know what I mean? Yeah, and like using different techniques with like hair dryers again, you know what I mean? Yeah, and as I say, all these suicide lines and the little 2 dashes or chopsticks or whatever they want to call them. But yeah, I watch it quite a bit a day. Like when I'm bored, I usually have my phone in my hand in the sense of watching just and I zoom and I'm just good at taking things in. I'm quite absorbive, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you have to be in this game, you know what I mean? You have to absorb everything, you know what I mean?
Mm. Well, Lee, that brings me on to sort of education.
Yeah.
I obviously, obviously on social media over the years, we've had, a lot of people sort of talking about, sort of upskilling the colleges. The colleges are using the barbers who are on the street level, who are creating the styles. And education is starting to get a bit better. But what's your thoughts on education and input? As in, like, from the college, I know you learned in prison, so you weren't in the college side of it. But like, you must be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, like, what do you mean by like proper colleges and the people who are just saying that they can educate someone? What do you mean?
As in, for instance, the college giving level 2 out when they're not level 2 yet.
Yeah,
they're coming out of college and get like skills, but not at a level where you could be taken.
You could go into a shop. No, they still need training. They need another year. Most of them, you know what I mean? Yeah, they need to go from, like, there's got to be something set up from going from college to having places set up around the UK, wherever they are, and taking them on as a training. You know what I mean? Yeah, and having that year experience, but still as if you was in college. You know what I mean? Yeah, still got college. They do it in other jobs. They do it in bricklaying. They do it in any sort of, like, mechanical work. You know what I mean? You get on job college work. You know what I mean? Yeah. They don't really do it there. It's going to a place and you have one person, which is not good to be showing 8-10 people, and they're all trying to look around and see around one head when they're being shown, and then they get took off and then they have to do something themselves on a mannequin, or they have to do something kind of a student or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I think that they need another year at least, mate. They need to be, like, some sort of setup. This is what I'm thinking. Like, I'd love, me personally, I'd love to be able to have somewhere where people in prison, they get out, instead of just keep, like I was, given a discharge, £50, and a probation appointment, yeah, and then a defend for yourself. Like, after you've learned a skill in there, you know what I mean, yeah, and try and get a job and say to people with no CV, with no, some people are dyslexic. I wasn't. I'm okay with my reading and writing, so I wasn't bad in that department. But I didn't know where to look. Job centre, universal. That was all I needed. I didn't know anywhere. Like, now you can look for jobs anywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's 1,500 platforms. There's from country, so you can get jobs all over the place from different barber sites. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like, I think for me, what I would like to do is someone come out and then I'd take them on. That would be a dream, and then show them, and then let them, as you said the other day, give them the window and let them fly. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's how it's got to be. But in college at the minute, they are getting dropped out, like, given MVQs, and they're not ready. They're not 100% ready, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah, they haven't been shown a lot. No sectioning. A little bit, you know, horseshoe, maybe the horseshoe, you know what I mean? Yeah, they haven't been shown too much because they haven't had the time, because of what they've got to do in that so many time they've got to do an MVQ, and there isn't, like, 2 years isn't a lot. 3 years is okay. 4 and 5, you start picking it up where you can be confident and look at other people and go, I'm doing all right, man. And then that's when you start going, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I think, yeah, another year, depending on the age and experience, again, it goes on the experience. If someone goes in and they're really good and they can pass an MVQ in 2 years, then fair enough. But they've got to be proper assessing to make sure it's done properly, you know what I mean? Yeah, because, like, they're coming out and they're thinking they can open barbershops and them. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that, like, it's not good for the trade. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, don't show that everyone. People think, because we ain't governed by like America. We're not governed by licenses. We're just, anyone can do this. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, we're not governed, and anyone, as I say, anyone like myself.
We have got the state registration, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
but like in America, you know, you need a license to work in a barber shop. You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to have that license. And if they had something like that, where, you know, like, they proved that they're capable of doing a job, you know what I mean? Yeah, then yeah, I get that, but I don't think they're having it long enough in the college at the minute, mate. Definitely not, 100%.
Well, I'd like them to follow my alphabet barber guild, which is A, apprentice,
yeah,
B, barber,
yeah,
C, confident barber, D,
yeah,
D, demonstrator,
yeah,
E, educator,
yeah,
F, founder,
yeah.
G, grandmaster.
I like that.
So it gives them a good platform to look at and go, right, where do I want to get to in 5 years' time? Do I want to be a competent barber, or do I want to be an educator? Or do I even want to skip some of the numbers and, you know,
and go, yeah.
Because the thing is with barbering is the more intake you take in, doesn't matter how old you are, the amount of knowledge you gather up.
Yeah.
And that is the wealth of experience which you get over time. But you can hack that and get. I've seen it with certain barbers in the industry who come from nowhere and they're absolutely huge because they've gone out, they've done the education, they've gone to the courses, they've gone to the shows, they've learned the trade in the sort of business area of it, and also the cutting area of it, and mastered the two at the same time.
Yeah,
it's brilliant to see, and I really respect that, and I see that in you as well, bro.
Oh, I'm motivated. You know what I mean? Yeah, people say I'm motivated, quite active. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm thinking out the box all the time. I'm trying to. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just having a summer house built on the back of my house, like so. That's in next month, 14th of August. So that's a base. I want a base. You know what I mean? Yeah, where I can do some demos and show off my fading skills. I get asked every day. I can't get to do something. I can't blend it up. How do I go? I'll get asked all sorts of questions. So people say, why don't you just do some demos? So I'm going to start doing some demos on my fading game, like on the fade. And I want to get somewhere with it. I want to do something with it, mate. Even as I say, like, even with the prisons, I've started doing some demonstrations and some like motivation talks just to get people wanting to do the course, or even if they're already doing the course, and then try and help them try and do something out of there. You know what I mean? Yeah, when they get released and not go back into a drug life or to a crime life or to a homeless life or whatever life they've lived. You know what I mean? Yeah, beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. And again, leads me on to my next question. Being a mobile barber, obviously it's totally different to working in the shop. You know, you sort of, you're in your back garden, then you're over someone's house, then you're here, there, and everywhere. Do you find it quite like, well, for instance, with me, I was a mobile barber, and I started to realise that most of the people I was cutting all drive, so I just started getting them to all come to me, and then I opened my shop.
This is what I'm thinking with the sunrise, right? Yeah. I do like it. I like going to people's houses, relax, have a coffee, you can relax. It takes a lot more time, you know what I mean? Yeah, like in the shop, you can do a fade or a haircut by 40 minutes, max 50 minutes tops, you know what I mean? Yeah, on a hard one, yeah. There you got hour and a half. Well, I've had a couple today, hour and a half, you know what I mean? Yeah, I do charge the price for it, though, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't want to say I'm a price on the thingy. Well, it's £30 a cut, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I do charge for a home cut, you know what I mean? Yeah, so £30 a home cut. But most of them always tip me a fiver, so it's 35. So anyway, I like going there. I do like doing it, but it's packing and unpacking. You know, getting stuff out, getting stuff back. I got OCD. I'm actually registered. Yeah, I'm like registered with OCD. So like all my tools have got to be clean for putting back in the bag. They're in certain slots. I got my bag here, like it's in perfect order. If I looked at it, I could tell there's one thing missing or half of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I knew there was something missing. So yeah, it's putting it all away. Then you got the kids running around. You know, today I had a kid coming out with his wellies on while I was cutting his dad's hair. You know, he's hanging off the side of me. You know what I mean? Yeah, like because I don't really can do that. But like in a barber shop, he won't be able to. He'd have to say, "Excuse me, mate, would you just sit over there?" So it's a bit different, and it's hard. And it's hard because you're self-employed. You're trying to get your own. You got to get your own custom. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're trying to. I don't really put myself out there. I don't really at the minute. Like my missus keeps blagging, doing my head in, and telling me to do it more. But I've got enough custom. I do all right. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I could do with some new when I need them. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's when I get the shed, and I will. Then I'll push myself a bit more. Then you know what I mean? Yeah.
Do just recommend a friend of the clients you've got? Because what you want, ideally, what you want.
Yeah, I do.
If you want to build your clientele base up with your clientele you've already got, get them to recommend family members, their friends.
Yeah.
You find they're very.
I get all that. That's where I get most of them. That's what I mean. I don't brandish myself off. It's just that I'll do one kid called Adam, and he's told his cousin and his dad. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he'll go. They'll be ringing in a few days. But yeah, Sam. And then next thing you know, I'm cutting their hair, and then I'll get another one from there. It just builds from that. That's what I mean. I don't brandish myself off. I don't really go on social. I don't really start on my Instagram looking for haircuts. If you want to get your trims in, now and again, I think I've posted about twice, 3 times in the 2 years I've been on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like when I've got nothing, no one booked in, or there's a time like it's been quiet for a lot of barbers when they went back after lockdown. I was all right. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I kept going. Like I've got bookings all the way up to Wednesday, Thursday coming now. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then I might be going back over to Russian to help him, like overdo some of this where I'm helping people cover with the holiday cover. Yeah, I just charge a day rate, and like there's no percentage on the chair. There's no rent a chair. If you want me, this is what it costs, depending on mileage and what the barber shop needs me for. Is it to? So I had a barber shop the other day. I went down there. As soon as I walked in, do you want a job? I was like, no. I've left a job. I'm mobile, but I'm doing this to help other barbershops out around the area. You know what I mean? Yeah, just thought it'd be a service. Anyway, so yeah, like I don't want it as a job. I don't want to work for a shop. I like to move around, only because I get bored a lot. People do, you know what I mean? I lived a fast life. I've lived a drug life, a crime life, and all that. I've always lived a fast-paced life from the age of 10, 11, 12. So I've got to keep myself active. And being in a shop, I can do I've done 4 years in 2 shops, and I've done 2 years in another. But I found that in working for yourself, you can. I'll just say, for instance, Karen comes in with a child and he's a bit screamy. If I don't fancy doing it next time, I might not do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. I like to know that I'm in control of my destiny. You know what I mean? Yeah, not having to do something because I have to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. I like being myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, you know, when you're mobile barber, do you ever leave like a water spray or like a neck brush?
Yeah, mate. I've left like.
I bet that goes there, did.
Capes. I've lost capes, man. I've left one the other day. The hair jacket, nice one as well, £8. He sent it me as a gift. You know what I mean? Yeah, because of my story. I get a lot of people sending me stuff as well, like for free, because of my story. Yeah, but a jacket, hair jacket. But they always ring you 15 minutes when you left, so you could be near enough home. Then they ring and go, you left your jacket, you left your cape here, or you walk by and go, why don't you shake me out the window when I was leaving? You know what I mean? Yeah. Then it's another £6, another £12 for another comb or whatever else you need, you know, because you have to make sure you get it again. It could be the half on your clipper guard, but you need that. It's something I need, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've got to buy a pack now. It's £30, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I leave a lot of stuff. I've never really left clippers and scissors. It's always small bits like hair clips, capes, stuff like that. Not very good. Cost me a lot of money.
Yeah, I always used to leave my water spray. I don't know what it was.
Was it? Yeah. I have left them, but I've got one here now. It fits perfectly in the side bag now, and I've got it in my eyes where my bag's black and there's a white thing at the side. So as my OCD, that's what I look for now. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's in line, look at my bag, got a white bottle there. I've got it with me.
Cool. So obviously, you know, being a barber, you sort of look through hairstyles from over the years, over the decades, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
You know, noughties and 2000s. We talked about fading and stuff like that. But let's just go a little bit old school now and talk about like, you know, the old trends and, you know, what was your, you know, what was eye catching for you? Were you into the punks, the Teddy Boys, or, you know,
when I was growing up, my haircut was the old Ravers haircut, which was an undercut, centre parting. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had that type of haircut. But the haircuts that I look at from the past, if I look at any haircuts from the past, which I love the classics, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like 50s, 60s. I like the rockabillys and I like slickbacks, like tapers and proper clean and the fresh look and the pomades, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know it's that for me, like, and the high fronts and the slick backs and with a suit, or you could wear it and you look really, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you always stand out, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I've done one today, and like you know, they always stand out, you know what I mean? Yeah, a nice slick back with a nice clean taper or a fade as they can do it now, you know what I mean? Yeah, but mods, I love a mod. I love the way they just the shape of how it comes around the ears, you know what I mean? I love that. It's this section of the hair. Fringe, anyone can do a nice blunt fringe, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just, but this part here, where it's where the two meet on the sideboards and the hairline here, unreal, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's a few people who can pull it off really good. I've done a couple, but I've done the new style where it's more like tapered at the back and then brought round to the front, more like a Paul Weller, you know what I mean? Yeah, like an updated Paul Weller, you know what I mean? Yeah, I have done them, but I'd love to do like I did a flat top the other day. I did take a video of it or a picture. The hair wasn't. It's always people with flat tops. They always want a flat top when they can't do it. People got the hair for flat tops, don't want it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's always that way. So this one person's hair, his hair wasn't right, but he got to the end. It took me time, but free-handed it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it was quite short. You look about an inch and a half off. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I do like the old school.
You know what? It's so funny you mentioned that, right? I got this guy comes in, and he's got a really skinny head, but it's really long, so it's like really like skinny through the top, but his hair's like all sticking out. So he goes, "Oh, I want a new style, just cut it, but I want it really short." So I two back and sized him, tapered his neck and his the sides, and then I started cutting the top with the scissors. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to freehand this like a flat top, and I just flat topped it,
Yeah,
right? And he was loving it. I was honestly, he was like, "Do you know what? That looks," because his head is like so skinny and like
yeah, yeah,
rounded at the top. The flat top looked good on him. It
yeah.
made his head look
Make
square,
his face look
but
more
not so
squarer.
yeah, yeah. And but I honestly sometimes, Lee, I seem to think that we do have to educate these customers on the styles they can have.
Well,
Because,
can I just
they,
put in 1 sec? I've started. I ain't even. I've started to not even asking them how much they want off. I just ask them what style you're having, because most of them, when they say take an inch and a half off, how do you know what an inch and a half looks like, mate? You know what I mean? Yeah. Would that sit there right? Would that do that right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So
they're
I
going
asked.
on what their dad said.
Say it again. Sorry.
They're just going on what their dad used to say when they were
Yeah,
younger.
that's what I mean,
Yeah,
man. Like, yeah, you have to educate them. Yeah, like you have to, and they appreciate it at the end, but they get a bit wary when they're sitting there seeing their hair come off the top or the sides where they think, "Oh, that used to be there. Where's that gone?" But no, when they look at the head shape, because that's what it's about as well. It's not just about getting a clean fade or a clean haircut. It's about making that person's the way they're, as you say, you've got a round face. You squared it off at the top. You know what I mean? Yeah, you made him. You give some definition to his head, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just looking like a tennis ball, you know what I mean? Yeah.
definitely, brother. And like I was going to say as well, you know the trick with the Americans, they cut away from the mirror, and there's a reason why that they do that, and it's
On.
mainly because the customer will start to guide them on the haircut.
I heard that. I always thought
So,
this.
but also as well, it's also so that they've got their clippers and tools to hand, and when they skin fade, they rotate the chair. They don't.
Yeah,
We walk around the chair and do it, right?
yeah.
And to be honest, I've been watching Tyreek Jackson's videos, and we should really start turning our chairs around and doing it the same way as the Americans.
For using the light, you mean? For light, you mean? Yeah.
Well, not so much light, but it's more to do with using the chair to get your round shape rather than sort of running around the chair like we do.
Yeah, like people always say, don't they? Oh, we need soft shoes, but you don't need to move anywhere, really. Do you know what I mean? You can stay in one place and have the chair is that's what the chair, the hydraulics are for. To be the mechanical of it is to move the chair around so you can get around the head without having to move yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. And clippers, I understand that, but I also heard that's so the customer couldn't actually start saying, "Hello, mate, you just do this here and this here," but he didn't know what he was on about. He just thought he knew what he was on about, so they moved them, turned them from the chair, and that's why they face them from the mirror. That's why I got told that as well. Yeah, at least I weren't told bull.
Well, again, that sort of brings me on to like world barbers and so on. I know you talked about sort of your UK idols over there.
Yeah.
On a world stage, do you follow the Americans, the Russians, Turkish? Do you follow?
No, not yet. No, not yet. I look at the pages and they come up with suggestions and things like that on the Instagram pages. I look at it and it's a lot of, in America, I find that a lot of the barbers enhancement stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, like there's a lot of enhancements. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like the thing is, once you start getting into it with them, like you got Vic Black.
I've never used it, so that's why I'm not against it, because I haven't used it.
Yeah,
I find that it's a skill I could do with my hands. It does make it pop, and I do see what it does. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then I just think he's going to go home and wash that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this is like.
Yeah, of course. We've all seen the videos of the bald guy. He's the airline put in the barber.
Yeah.
We've all seen that, of course. But again, like if you follow someone like OG Walker, this guy, these guys, they do it properly.
Okay.
Done properly. If you actually,
I like the enhancements when they do it with patterns, like like to make a pattern boom out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do like that.
When you get a spare 5 minutes, go on the YouTube channel where this live feed's going to be uploaded.
Yeah.
To. And there's the OG Walker interview on there. With
OG Walker, yeah.
OG Walker, brilliant.
I like that.
He gets into the sort of 6-figure. He's a 6-figure barber over there. He's got 2 shops. Very inspirational to look at, and obviously Tyreek Jackson as well. He's another one you want to watch because he's very good at education.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, following them two on Instagram, you'll be happy with me. Trust me, because they are in the barbering world like I am. they both grew up in it. I grew up in it, and
Yeah.
you know, if you cut me open, barber side will come out. You know,
Yeah. You do blue stuff, yeah.
blue blood. That's it, blue blood. So, but like, do you look at any other countries or anything like that, or you just literally
Polish, like because I work with the Polish girls, yeah, like lads, yeah, like that because they've only just changed. I've just worked with a Polish girl, Ola, and her mum's got a shop over there, and like it's just changed now. Like the barber shops, barbers have only just hit in Poland. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's been unisex until like till 3 years ago, 4 years ago, like literally. Now it's barber shops, but they're doing competitions and things like that, like they are. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been looking at some of their stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, Russians. What's his name? Chivaki. I always get it right. It's the names I don't get.
God the God.
Yeah.
God the God.
Yeah, that's what.
He's a Russian part. He's
yeah. And like they're very clean, like you know what I mean? Yeah, like the Russians, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're razoring game and like they're hot toweling game and things like that. Like they're quite. I like the styles, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, do you know what I've been noticing as well? A lot of barbers now, especially over that side, are using a lot of makeup. A lot of makeup.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of makeup to finish off the cut, to finish off the style. You know. And it's interesting because it's gone very, very fashion orientated barbering now.
Do you think it is going to go really fashion?
I think it's going to get worse. I think it's going to get. I think it's going to get. I think what is going to happen is hairdressing is going to be the new barbering and barbering.
Hairdressing's already back in. This is why I got up to get scissor game. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I know it. Like longer styles from top to sides and different styles now are all coming back in. It's drips and drabs, but it'll be a kick off. Like the mullet at the minute, everyone's gone mad for the mullet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone, you know what I mean? Yeah, if you can get a mullet on your Instagram page or on a page or somewhere, you know, you feel like you're involved. I'm here with the modern people, you know what I mean? Yeah, but they've been going for years, but it's a thing for now, you know what I mean? Yeah, so longer hair in different styles, yeah, definitely, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I get that.
Yeah, and obviously, like you know, with you, like on your Instagram and. You know, your shares and stuff like that. Who are the people you sort of tag regularly? Anyone and everyone, or
Modern Fresh Fades, repost page, just to get some numbers up on my Instagram page. Bad Barbers Official, they're Everyday Barbers, JR Barber. Alan Beak told me to tag him and everything. I tag Sean the Barber, Chris and Sons, the tool companies, Gamma, from Plus USA to UK to Ambassadors to Secura with my scissors because that's the tools that I use. I'll tag them.
That's what I was going to ask you next. Tools. Let's go into your tools. Clipper, trimmer, scissor.
All right, it's a clipper. Right, in a minute, it's got to be Gamma. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Is that a hitter?
No, this is the Ergo. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, nice. Bulk, mate, amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah, like you can't put on the way it sits in my hand. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like the slide of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that there is not my go-to, but it's the one. If someone says to me, I want a 1, 2, or a half or something like that, that's the one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Then after that, it's got to be Alphas. Yeah.
Oh, the Andis.
Yeah. No. Gamma, all Gamma. I only go Gamma at the minute. Yeah. Wool I found quite cheap making at the minute. Break on me. I'm quite heavy-handed. My clipper, the way I do it, because I'm quite fast. Like clip, and I can break them. Like, and I couldn't find nothing that like this is like the magic clip for me. You know what I mean? Yeah, with a tiny bit more weight. I found the magic clip a bit too light, and I was going too high with my fades. I was taking them up because of my flick, so I was going too high with the flick because it's not because of the weight of my hands. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was just a bit more weight here, and I thought, and I always zero gap my stuff. Everything's zero gaps. I don't change the blades on these, but on my trimmers, which I've always changed my blades on. Hang on. So we got the hitter.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one everyone raves about. It's probably one of the best clippers out in there.
But only get it and put that on it. P3 head.
P3 head, yeah. That's the
only because me personally.
Didn't it?
This snags a little bit, yeah. I'm taking bulk off, yeah, before putting a foil on, yeah. So if you want to take bulk off with a trimmer and you want to get it for taking it off with a foil, these snag a little bit on some thick hair, like, you know, really coarse thick hair, yeah. With the P3, I've had no snagging. I might get 1-2 snags on the chin where one hair grows one and it just it won't come off and I pull it down and it basically just pulls it out, you know what I mean? Yeah. But it's these heads, I love the heads on them. I even got one for I'm just trying to. So that's the Evo, yeah, the daddy one. So there's the baby one, the daddy one, yeah. So the Evo even got a P3 head on it. Now apparently you can't modify them, yeah, but I did. I just swapped a plastic piece in the middle. I've seen someone on Instagram do it, which is one of the Gamma ambassadors. Can't remember. He's one of the American ones. He did it, and he was showing off that he got his new trim and he got a new P3 head on it. So I thought, I'm going to give it a go. So I give it a go, and I got it bang on. Like this here, like for weight is unreal. Like that'll take weight. That's for patterns and lineups, you know what I mean? Yeah, and beards, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then scissors. I'm just gone for the last 2 years is Sakura Yoi. Hang on. So first off, we've got newest ones. They're 5.5 inches. They're like a slight angle to them. They drop. Only because pulling back on, like when I'm scissor over comb like that, it drops the thing. So I ain't got to, it's for the angle of my hand, you know what I mean? Yeah. I like this scissor, you know what I mean? Yeah. It had a bit more of a curve to it, you know what I mean? Yeah. And 5.5, you can't, you know, like that's my go-to. I pick that up every day. Like I wouldn't even look at another one. The other ones are, again, all Sakura, straight. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just detail, fringes, things like this, you know what I mean? Yeah. Gloss black, 7-inch, just taking out little flicks of the fade if I need to, you know what I mean? Yeah. I do like the 7 inches, man, but they're like, they are swords. I've cut my fingers on them that many times, like, I've cut my finger, you know what I mean? Like new scissors. And then I got some of these. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are universal. So they underneath, it's Sakura again, yeah? Underneath, they take 25 to 30% weight. You flip them, and then the teeth go underneath. And they take 30 to 35% of weight taken off. They're different. I like them. If I'm bashing, like in the sense of something like today, I had proper thick hair. I did it wet, like in the sense I've thinned his hair wet. When you do it that way, sometimes I find it snag, like you won't pull back, you know, like to flick out, you know what I mean? Yeah. But when I turn them, they just slide out. Like I don't know what it is with these, but these are the first universal ones, like double-ended. I've never seen this before, and like the bloke who I got them off, Yoi, Colin from Yoi Scissors, he recommended these, and they're not dear. I don't want to go. I put mine on a lot of tables and a lot of concrete floors, and you know, because I'm a mobile barber. So 200, 250 a pop. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that's about my level at the minute. You know what I mean? Yeah, I do want to get. There's a pair called the Fitbit. Or was it the Muzziana range? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what. Before I got that one, I looked at it, spoke to him, was trying to get a deal off him, but he, you know, like, he's not the man for it. But anyway, they were £550, £600, and I thought I ain't got that much money. You know, I know I'm going to put them down on a hard service, or they're going to be knocked somewhere off. It's a lot of money to what's saying, and I want to get used to the curve. So I went with these again, like the Sakura, and got these. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then with my razor, I've been using this Kamasori bar.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
one.
I got a ninja one.
Yeah, like these, man. Like I always found
the blade just snaps in, doesn't it? It's easy to you see.
Oh yeah, like they just push together, slot in, push together, falls out. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they just drop out. You know what I mean? Yeah, they just fall out of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Only if you've been raising for about 5-10 minutes and you've got cake in it, you have to pull it out slightly. But most of it just falls out.
And you can put any razor in there, which is good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, like I'm using the Derby Premiums at the minute. I like them. You know what I mean? Yeah, Derby Premiums.
Yeah, I got them. I still go back to my Wilkinson sword now.
I want to try Perma Sharp. I tried them, and then
Perma Sharp are very good.
I did try them, and then I was at a shop for a bit, and I had them for a bit, and then they went back to Derby. Like, you know, they weren't the premiums like they are now. You know what I mean? Yeah, the premiums, they're all right.
They're not as easy to get though.
What, the premiums?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
perma shops.
the perma shops aren't easy to get. Yeah.
No, no, yeah. And then I got one of these as well. I don't know if you've ever tried one of them. Yeah, this is like the Elevate Pro Barbers. You've heard of it?
Oh, the V3.
Yeah, the open exposed razor one. Yeah, just
Yeah.
trying to get used to this one now. You know what I mean? Yeah, like proper exposed. You know, like it's out at least here. Yeah, I say to people, please be careful, mate. Just sit still, don't move. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But for getting an ash line and making a razor line pop or a line in the hair or something, yeah, then this is what I'm recommending. I'd recommend this at the minute, like the actual exposed razor, because these are good for wet shaving and all the things, but for detail, to get in the little tiny corner, to get them two tiny hairs out on a small place here, these won't catch it because there's a corner off it. You know what I mean? It goes in a bit. So these, because they stand out and you've got the corner, you can play with them a bit more. You have to be careful. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then last one, all these combs I use, YS Park. Perfect. Like, you can never go wrong with them. They pick up every hair every time, and they do everything that you ask for them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Brilliant. So, sort of leading up to the last sort of couple of questions now, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, outside of barbering, your hobbies?
Family at the minute. Son, he's just changing himself. Like, he's going from 5 to 6, like going to 6. So he's like, speech is just coming through with him last year. So he's very vocal at the minute, trying to get him on his vocal. Going for walks with the dog and things like that. And I like a lot of time relaxing. I do. I chill out, man. I just sit at home, family, relax. I'm not crazy. I don't do the crazy times. I can't wait to go out raving. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get onto a dance floor when they open back up in a few weeks. You know what I mean? Yeah, all my mates, we're all going to book something. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's going to be something to look forward to. But that's in a sense of hobbies. I'm not really into football. I'm not really into all the sports. I like reading. I like laws. You know, like because of where my background is. I like looking at like corporation laws and law of the land, law of the sea, rights, human rights. It sounds boring to other people, but it's what I do. It keeps my mind occupied. I can't watch normal TV. I can't watch Hollyoaks, Emmerdale's, the normal, you know, like the mind bogglers, but television. You know what I mean? Yeah, like just sit in front of it. I can't do that.
I haven't watched TV in about 3-4 years now, bud.
Yeah, he just mind boggles me. Just like you just zone out, don't you? And I do get films. I like a film. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, if the film's okay, but standard TV's not good for your mental health.
Nah, celebrity this and celebrity that and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like there's a lot of like fakery. Yeah, there's a lot of fakery on TV. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah?
Egotistic, narcissistic people in our society.
Yeah, there is, mate. There is. That's what I say in a lot.
And the funny thing is, Lee, they're the ones who go around shouting and screaming at everyone else, calling them narcissists and weirdos.
They're quite like double standardy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like people like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I can't be doing it. That's what I'm saying. I like humans, but there's a lot of weird humans out there. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a lot of people who can be crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I had a friend the other day, and he was walking in Urbanton, Birmingham, and from out of nowhere, he battered by a bunch of lads, like stamped on. He even moved his hands from his face and kicked him in the face. Yeah, like that's how, just for stupidness. Yeah, and then they slashed him with like that much across his back. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, and this is the world we live in now, and this is why I don't want to be out there. Like, I got family, Babby and missus, and you know what I mean? Yeah, like we've got to stay safe in this day and age, don't we? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, man. My friends from Newport, one of their lads, Apple, was murdered by a few Cardiff boys for no reason, over a Gucci bag. And,
Gucci bag.
And he's pathetic, and he's a really nice kid as well. I didn't know him, but he's a really nice kid.
It's not that. It's not. It's just that at the minute, it's like you know, I know a lot of barbers are going, like helping with the like put the knife down, like you know, like them sort of things. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, do barbering instead. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like there needs to be some things in that life. Like you know, like, there's a lot of kids out there who are lost, and they can be easily tamed in the sense of they can be brought back. But they need chances, don't they? You know what I mean? Yeah, and there's not much opportunity for young people out there at the minute. You know what I mean? Yeah, like there isn't. You know,
well,
especially
there's hardly any opportunity for the youngsters, and the ones who have had opportunities need to start fucking their ideas and realizing what they got because. I'm blessed.
Every day I think to myself, you know how many times I sit in like a car park stairway, sleeping in a with a sleeping bag, you know what I mean? You think, is his life going to change? You know what I mean? Yeah. And now I do, like, you know, I'm so blessed to say, like, I got out of it and I got a career, not just a job. I've got an actual career, man. I'm a skilled person, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not just like work at Tesco's. I know that's still a skill, you know what I mean? Yeah, like counting and putting things on. I'm not saying anything about people who do that, but I'm saying to actually have a skill from where I come from. Barbering's perfect, you know what I mean? Yeah, like it's perfect for a lot of people, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely. Well, like I said to you on the phone the other night when we spoke, you know, get yourself registered with the Barber Council, send off your certificates, and then obviously get yourself registered with the British Master Barbers. Get yourself your Master Barber plaque. I think you'd be eligible for it as well.
Okay.
So have a look into that. Obviously, you've got to be with the Barber and Hair Council 3 years to get your Master Craftsman, but definitely worth getting. It's a lovely plaque, mate. I've got it on the wall next to me now, and the customers love it. And it's good to see. And
silver one, the big nice silver one. Yeah, I've seen them.
No,
I want one. Don't take it off the wall. Don't wreck your wall for it.
No, I got the one. I got the mahogany.
That's a nice one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's nice looking, isn't it? Yeah, nice to have that on your wall, mate.
Rob's got a silver one.
Yeah. When you're doing this course, when you said you're going to do something with Rob, I'll have to come to that and definitely come to that.
Lee, as soon as I come to Birmingham and do the Grandmaster course, sort of back end this year, when me and Rob come up definitely, and you know, check out what we do, and we'll have a chat about sort of getting you involved with this a little bit more. But obviously, sort of like, you know, that was my last question, but I just want to sort of finish up now. British Master Barbers 2022. I'll be running the members room, and Lee, I want you in there, bud. Con Air, on stage, cutting, doing what you do, talking on the microphone. So you need to get practicing, bud, all right?
Mate, I'm there, man. I swear, I'll be there, man. I'll be there. Trust me. The speaking part, I'm all right. I'm all right on stage.
Yeah. Well,
just mate, doing it, getting the opportunity to do it, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Listen, my confidence is your confidence, brother. And you know, if we all stick together, bro, we'll things will.
Yeah, that's what I like about this industry. People help you out for like not even for a reason. They just help you out. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's no agenda behind everyone. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's a lot of people who just say, "I'll help you with that, mate." You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't need, what do you want for it? That's what I'm usually saying. What do you want for it? And I go, nothing. And I go, mate, amazing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you don't get much that around. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Well, like I said, you know, British Master Barbers 2022. We're doing it online this year, but you know, it's going to be good. Obviously, I can't say too much other than what I just.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But you know, sort of
strict rules. You got strict rules, mate. I know that.
But Lee, listen, the Con Head Barber. Thank you very much for coming on. It's been a brilliant interview, and I'll definitely get you back on another time as well. And we might do like a 4 Nations where I get a few of you on, and
whenever you're ready, mate.
Into mix. Again, if you do speak to Alan Bleak at all, tell him to give me a contact message, because I do want to get him on the show. He was meant to be coming on at the start of the year, but then coronavirus basically just ruined it, really. But it's
he's one of the gents, you know, like he's really nice to talk to. You know, like you can have a laugh. You know what I mean?
I met him a few times.
Yeah, he's a nice lad, man. I do like it. I want to meet him as well. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. When I opened my shed, I've got him saying that he'd come and cut the red tape. Yeah. So I snapped it, and I'm going to play with him like in a few weeks and say to him, "Don't forget, mate, you're coming here to cut the red tape when me out your summer house comes." So hopefully, I'm going to try and get him here. I'll have to, because at the minute he likes dildos at the minute, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He's getting a lot of dildos sent to him. So I'm going to say there's a pack here of dildos and see if he comes.
Anyway, Beds, brilliant. Thank you.
All right, mate.
Like I said, and keep cutting, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing, Bed. It's great to see you. Tag me in all the photos you put on. Again, this is now on Facebook. I did just tag you down, so share it as much as you can, and check out tomorrow as well for the for when it actually uploads to YouTube fully. But other than that, just share the link I've sent you to everybody. They can watch this back and replay it whenever they want. But
well, hopefully, mate, I've inspired someone to do something different today, and like even just as you say, the opportunity of coming on stage with you next year, mate. But mate, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, and I'll be speaking to you on the phone very soon, mate. Thank you. Enjoy your evening, mate. All right.
Yeah, and you, buddy, and good luck for the football tomorrow. I know you don't watch it, but
no, I'll watch it tomorrow because it's in it. Like, even though like I'm not my football, I'll have to watch it just see if we do win. You know what I mean? Yeah, hopefully we win. 66 the last time we won, and I don't even know about football. You know, I've been hearing it's a 60. Is it 66 last time we won something?
Well, listen, I'm going to have a shower, get changed. I'm going to jump on my scooter, go and jump on the train, and I might even end up in London. I don't know. I'm off.
What, tomorrow? You going in London tomorrow, yeah?
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I was looking at Bristol. I'm looking at Western-super-Mare, but I'm definitely getting out of Wales tonight. I'll need to be in England for the football. I want to feel the energy and the buzz.
Are you out there tonight? You're going tonight?
Even though I'm actually an Italian fan.
Oh, are you? Yeah, you're an Italian fan. You're going to stand there in your England top, though, yeah?
I'm Welsh, bro. No, I'll probably wear a white Ralphie or a white Lacoste t-shirt. Yeah, it's a blend in. But inside the hat, the red dragon's still there.
Yeah, you be booing Kane. Ooh.
That's it. So,
Anyway,
like I said, diolch yn fawr, bud. See you soon.
Thank you. See you soon, mate.
Okay, SweeneyTV, Sean Sweeney HQ. That was the Connor Barber, Lee, real nice gentleman, you know, from cutting hair in prison to, you know, cutting hair in his house and people's shops and fair game on 10. So, a little bit of SweeneyTV news. Really sorry about the Michael DeManio interview. He was cancelled last minute. His missus was had to work late and he's looking after his children, which is cool. We're rescheduling. I've been chatting to him at the moment, so we're going to be looking into sort of doing something maybe next week, which would be great. Tom Baxter is probably the hardest person to get hold of in the universe. I mean, literally cannot get hold of him. So I'm just letting him wait to come to me now. So we stopped harassing him. So Tom, if you do watch this, sorry if I've been harassing you, but okay. But like I said, SweeneyTV, Sweeney HQ, we are out.